Welcome to another episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Invest in Yourself Clothing. What's good, man? How you doing, bro?
Good man, how you doing?
I'm great.
Oh
How you
shit,
been?
I got that damn video playing in the background.
It's all good, bro. How you been, man?
Oh, pretty good. What about you, man?
I'm great. I've been good, man. I got a lot of things going. I got a great interview coming Sunday night. You guys make sure you guys check that one out. Uh Bianca's gonna be in the building. Angelina Bianca. She does all kinds of work in the community in Chicago. She's a violence activist. She helps people get out of the life of crime that people are sucked into, and she helps guide them through that shit. She's got like 12 years sobriety, I think, and
Damn.
dude, she wins awards and all kinds of stuff like that. It's insane. But
Yeah,
it's gonna be a great interview, man. I'm really looking forward to that one.
yeah. And those ones are the most best ones to really do too. When you really have people that are actually making an impact in the community world and all that. Because I remember you were telling me earlier today that she was in the middle of a shootout. Like she put her car out in front of the guy was shooting at the other guy, and she just went in the middle, and they were just shooting at her car still,
Yeah,
and the other guy was already
the
shot.
guy was shot. The guy was shot, and she pulled her car in between the guy that was shooting and the guy that was shot. She put her car in between, and the bullets were hitting her car. Like she could have
Damn.
been killed in the situation, and she put her life in the line of fire. And shit, man, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. But
What have you been up to, man? What you been up to with your podcast? Everything.
well, shit. Recently I've been I did some with a Trailer Park Boy off of you ever watch Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah.
I did one with his name was Jacob. I mean, he's been on their show since like season 2. They got like I don't even know. They got a shit ton of seasons, but he's still on there and shit. He was pretty cool, dude. I did some
Bobby
with
Luisi, right? Shout out to Bobby Luisi and Paul
oh yeah,
and
yeah.
you did Larry Mazza.
Yeah, yeah,
Shout
I
out
did
to
them
Larry
too.
Mazza.
Yeah.
There's a lot
And
of them, man.
oh yeah, I did one with all them recently too, and Larry was really cool. Me and my buddy Colby, he'll be joining, here soon. But it was just really cool, good time. Being able to talk to him. He gave us like an hour or 15 minutes, just to shoot the shit. Get to know his story and what he's doing now.
What's good, Steve, man? Shout out to Steve. My boy, man. I grew up with Steve. He's a great dude. We've seen a lot of things, man.
That's one of your buddies from back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really good friends with some of my family, and some of our mutual friend just passed away like last year, I think it was.
Damn, sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, man. What's good, Gianni? How you doing, man? Yo, I know I haven't been on lately. It's because I'm working on something really big, man. Like huge. You guys have no clue. I'm like blown away at what I got going on, but I'm trying to like keep it a little bit good, like low. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are with the bullshit. And
Yeah.
yo, your boy just popped in, so I'm gonna bring him in.
All right, cool.
What's good, man?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
How you doing, man?
Good, good. Good to see you fellas tonight.
Yeah,
You
you
too,
too,
bro.
man.
Welcome to the Chatting with Staxx show, man.
Hey, buddy, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, and it's good to finally meet you, man. I've heard a lot of good things about you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yo, you want to
We're,
tell the people where you're from and all that? Like what like do you have a podcast? Are you guys doing shows together?
we did one. Or
Yeah,
yeah, we did one, and then we plan on doing another one with you. But we'll get into that. Colby, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
yeah, man. I do have a YouTube channel, two actually. I have the Bearded Business Chats, which is a business related podcast, and I have 10 minutes for Men in Christ, which is a men's channel geared towards men's issues. But actually, pretty soon that's going to be a full on podcast of just interviews. I'm going to be doing some changes on it, and it's going to be a wide range of different interviews. And believe it or not, Adrian and I were set up by our buddy Ethan last year. And since then, he's interviewed me. I've interviewed him, and we just did a show together with Larry Meza a few weeks ago, which went awesome. And now we're preparing to collaborate more. And now I'm on your show, Bill. And yeah, man, all is good in the world.
It's awesome, man. I love to collaborate with different people throughout the country. You can get to know a lot of other people and how they live and just like what goes on in that part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So when's the last one you did was Mazza, right?
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. I caught some of the one he was telling the story about giving the guy the flat tire.
Yeah, and then the next day, the guy was fixing his tire and got murdered.
Yep.
It's crazy, man. Can you imagine being in that life and having this? Like, you're the one that caused someone to get killed, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
and dude, I will tell you what, Larry has got some really compelling stories. He does, man. He's and hell of a nice guy too. I really enjoyed interviewing him.
Yeah, he's a great dude, man. He's been on my show a couple times.
Yeah, and that's. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he's supposed to come back on. I just have to arrange everything. But yeah, I got so much coming on, but so much going on. But I can't tell everybody everything. I'm gonna hit everybody. I'm gonna let everything unfold before your eyes. I'm not even gonna tell you what I got going. I'm just gonna do it.
Right. Sometimes that's the best way to do it.
There you go, man. There you go.
No more talking, man. No more talking. I'm just gonna do it, and you guys will see what I got going on.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh fuck," you know what I mean? Once that shit happens.
I'm like, yo, I'm looking at my itinerary for the next however long, and I'm like, oh shit, like that's my life, man. It's crazy. It's not even like real. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it causes like anxiety, you know, like holy shit, you know, and like then you don't want to say something about it because then, you know, what if it gets fucked up and then all these people are like, oh, this guy's a bullshitter, you know what I mean? And then you start feeling like shit, you know. So
what's up, Stone Sailor, man? How you doing, bro?
I think someone asked where we're from, Colby. We're out in Nebraska.
Yep. So I'm actually originally from Maine, but I moved to Nebraska 5 or so years ago, and like I said, AJ and I met through Ethan, who's a mutual friend of ours, and actually I was just starting my podcasting stuff, and I noticed that you know, AJ had a hell of a lot of good interviews on his channel, and he's a good interviewer and he's a creative guy, and he's actually really inspired me to keep pushing my stuff to the next level. So yeah, man, I'm definitely thankful for the collaborations and the friendship and stuff, and it's been a blessing for sure.
Oh yeah, man, I agree with you. You know, but yeah, that's where I'm from too, Nebraska, and yeah, I mean, Colby kind of
cornfields and stuff, right? The cornfields and the big things that tumble down the road and shit.
Tumbleweeds.
Yeah.
Fuck. I've never been there, man. I really can't. Nebraska. I can't even, like, when I think of Nebraska, I just think of like fields and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
like
we got cities
football, right? Football. A lot of people like football.
A lot of football,
there, right?
A lot of football, yeah, for sure.
Nebraska football. Yeah, like there's college football there too, right? Nebraska State University is pretty big. Yeah,
it is. You know, I was gonna say, you know, I'm really looking forward to that live we're gonna be doing on you know, April 8th. You know, me, you, Colby, with Larry, Bobby, and Polly. Dude, that shit's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a real commission meeting, man, with the top dudes from each place.
Yeah.
Larry Mazza, Bobby Luisi, Paul Tanzo, chatting with Staxx, Bill Staxx, Kobe, right. And Adrian, man. It's gonna be around the full table. And when you guys see what else I got cooking up, it's gonna be a little bit, but when you guys see this, you're gonna be like, wow, this dude's really pulling that shit off. Because I honestly, I don't know how it's all coming together, but it's coming together, and I got no one to thank but God, man.
Yeah,
and I couldn't agree more, bro. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. And you're putting in the work, man. That's you're putting in the work through God, and hey, that's how you do it, man.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You know, you've been putting in work for the last few years with your podcast and stuff, and you can
really 1 year, man. 1 year. I've been doing it for 1 year.
Just 1 year, huh?
1 year. I haven't even been monetized for a year.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah,
see,
and
look
I'm
at all the
already
shit you're
like
doing.
famous people have watched my podcast. I've done different things because of the podcast. People have done movies because they've seen them on my podcast. Other people have started their own things. It's great, man. There's a lot of good people I met. There's a lot of people I don't wish to even speak about, but
Right.
the good always outweighs the bad, so it doesn't matter, man. I just keep it pushing, and the real ones will stay rocking with me, and the fake ones will be left in the dust, man.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. And you know what, man? Like Adrian and I were actually just talking about this earlier today. Is that one of the best things about doing this podcast is the relationships that we built with people and stuff, and that's been just as rewarding as anything, because I mean, you know, we're all from different parts of the country, but we've made connections based on putting out really good content for people, and yeah, man, that's a blessing in and of itself, really.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah,
yeah, like, dude, doing shit with you, Bill. I mean, fuck, you helped me out with getting the StreamYard shit set up, and helping me out, with just anything, I call you and ask, or text, you're right there, and shit. So you've been really helpful too,
Hell
Then
yeah, man. Anything I can do for people, man. I'm not I'm not gonna help people. I'm not like that, bro.
So you pay it forward, man.
Yo, man, you gotta beat that dog, man. Don't let him bark like that, bro.
That wasn't my dog, dude. That was my daughter. She's in there screaming.
Oh man. Shout out to your kid, man. No, the dog was barking before,
No, he was
right?
crying earlier. Yeah,
Yeah, that's why you're shutting the mic off.
Yeah,
The dog's
dude,
whining.
fuck that.
Shit.
Ain't nobody want to hear that shit.
Shout out to my cousin Darren, man. Shout out to Darren, bro. What's good? Yo, I see you're doing good now. Stay good, bro.
So
Gianni, what's good with you, bro?
So what all did you have to show us on here tonight?
Oh yeah, man. That's right. Got something to show you guys.
There you go.
Yo, I want to give a shout out to DJ St. Joel. And I'm gonna show something that he put on the internet a while ago. And ended up going viral back in, I think, 2008. But he's one of the originators of bringing viral videos and things like that to the internet. And this is courtesy of DJ St. Joel, and the link for this is in the description. If you guys want to go and subscribe to his channel, go check it out. Just click on the link in the description of this video and you can go to it. So without any further ado, let's get on to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We got Sassy Cassie. Look at that.
Sassy
I want you to make it rain. I want you to make it rain on Sassy Cassie. Make it rain. DJ St. Joel Boss, one part. Sassy Cassie. Juice
Well, that's interesting.
So Sassy Cassie has she has a podcast coming out with Master P.
Really?
So yeah, man, she's like really doing things big right now. She got a podcast with Master P coming out. It was on TMZ recently.
So
Shout out to Sassy Cats.
So she has her own podcast then, or is it his?
Both of them together.
Oh wait, so they're just gonna start interviewing different people?
Yeah, I think so. Or they're just gonna shoot. They're just gonna talk about things, you know.
So after that, she just really blew the.
Yo, I don't know why this came up in your recommendation, man. I don't know. Maybe this is the place where you gotta be.
Yeah.
Maybe you gotta learn something. Maybe you gotta learn something over here.
Yeah, for real, man.
Yeah,
Or
that's
you
a good
can get to the bathroom, man. You can always go to the bathroom too.
There it is. There it is.
Right?
Mama.
That's right, my man.
So yo, that interview that with Bobby and all them is gonna be sick, man. It's
That
gonna be a
is.
really good one.
Yeah, no, I was glad. I figured everybody would be with it. You know, I just had to kind of reach out, you know, because we were, you know, familiar with each other, and I, you know, already talked and shit, you know. So I just figured it was just a message away and scheduling and all that shit, you know, and it fucking worked out, man. So I don't know. I mean, we'll fucking have your audience, Bobby's, Polly's, and Larry's, and mine, and Colby's, you know. So that's should be pretty.
It's gonna be a pretty big show, man.
Yeah,
I think people are gonna be interested to see what some of us gotta say about other things that are going on and different. We can talk about all kinds of things, man.
Yeah.
It'll be a quite interesting show.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, well, and what is interesting about all those guys is that the mob has actually changed quite a bit since those guys were all involved back in the day. And
right.
I've actually been reading about how it is now, and it's just been interesting to see like changes that have been going on from like now until then, because like the mob is very different now versus like what it was back in those guys' days. It's just interesting to see that.
Yeah.
It's
nothing like it was back in the day, man. Shout out to Freshwater DJ St. Joe's watching right now, man. Said Big Dog, well-known rapper from Omaha. Tell the Nebraska boys, Staxx.
There you go.
Bobby's a good guy, always a gentleman.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went up there and visited Bobby and Paul. I spent a few days with them, man. We went out to dinner. We had a great time. We were at this high-class Chinese restaurant, and it was so funny, man. Like, if you can just picture me, I have some video I haven't released yet. I should get it and put it all together. There's video of me, Paulie, and Bobby just like laughing. I'm laughing so hard, man. I'm like dropping shit off the table, and it was just so funny, man. And we ordered like the biggest, you know how they got those plates with different sampler things on it?
Yeah.
And you get like a little of everything. We got one of those. It was huge, man. It was like pieces of steak all over it. It was crazy. These guys showed me a great time out there in Boston, man. They really did.
Is that when you did it? You were on their show?
Yeah.
Damn. So they just said, "Hey, stay here for a few days, and we'll."
They said, "Come up to Boston." So I went up there. I've traveled all over the country doing this so far, man, and I'm not done yet. You know, the Vegas stuff's coming. I have a couple other things, but everyone just needs to keep watching to see where Staxx's gonna end up next.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I mean, you just never fucking know what opportunities present themselves, you know, because, you know, after, you know, I lost my job, you know, I started started selling my hot sauce. You know, that's my next project is, you know, marketing and selling all these hot sauce. It's going to be called Invest in Your Taste, you know, and
no, your clothing brand is pretty. I trust me. I do my research on people, man. I don't just grab people and throw them on. Like your brand is like it's an organic brand, and that's what I like, man. That's the reason why I brung you on. It's like similar. When I saw the brand and everything, it reminded me of me when I was doing different things like that, man. How you're putting everything together and you're striving to keep going no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he
that's
worked
what
hard at it. He worked hard at it, man. He just persists, you know. He just keeps on working at it. That's how he operates. I've always liked that about him.
You ever get hate, man? You get hate on the internet and shit?
Well, I guess, you know, I haven't really, I don't know, maybe a few times, you know, but I just don't even respond to it or feed into the shit, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
There's no reason to, you know. I mean, I don't know. How do you usually handle those situations?
Like
I'm
people
sure.
that you know, do people that you know, do they support you with what you do, or they're like, nah, you ain't gonna get nowhere with
I
that?
mean, for the most part, I mean, there's probably, you know, people that don't say that shit to my face, you know, but I mean, for sure, like, there's people that, you know, the people that I do talk to, and I'm cool with, you know, they're pretty cool with it, but, you know, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't be surprised, you know what I mean, but, I mean, to me, it don't really matter, you know, because shit, I ain't got nothing to do with them, ain't got nothing to do with me, you know, I'm doing my thing.
Just like my cousin said, man, I'm right where I need to be, man. I'm
Yeah.
right. My life is great right now. I have everything is like I'm so blessed to be where I'm at, man. I have the people I love around me, and that's it, man.
Yeah.
What more do you need? Like,
No,
you know?
nothing. You know what I mean?
And that
Everything
counts
else
for
can come with
everything.
it. Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
right, Gianni, man. I'm gonna be on the big screen soon, man. I've been going over a bunch of scripts, and I'm picking the one that's good for me. And I'm not just gonna jump on any movie and just to be on a movie. Like I want it to coincide with everything I got going on. I don't want to just be on a movie just to be on TV. You know, it's
So
like
you've had some roles come to you, like people,
yeah,
but you haven't
yeah. I've had
actually.
couple mobster roles and.
Did you go on and record anything yet?
Yeah, yeah, man. I sent them the you got to send like a video of you doing the lines.
Right, auditioning and shit.
Yeah, it's I forgot what they call it. It's like
Uh,
it's kind of like a headshot, but it's a video
yeah.
of the script that they send you, and they send you on what they want you to do, and you just send it back. And if they like you, they pick you, and if not, then they keep it moving.
Yeah. So eventually, you'd like to do a lot more acting, then.
Yeah, I want to get involved in it. I want to be involved with the production side of it too, you know,
Yeah.
with the cameras and getting the audio equipment together, because I know a lot about production, man. I engineered and produced music for a long time, like over 20 years, on and
Damn.
off when I
Nice.
wasn't in prison,
Yeah.
you know. But and everything I've ever done, like musically or editing videos and stuff, I'm self-taught with all of it. Like I
You
never
learned
went
that
to
on your own?
school from this. I never went to school for any of this or anything, man. None of
You
it.
learned that all on your own. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Did you see the photo he did about, or me and him? The one I sent you, or you know, the one that's in the background for this, the thumbnail.
Yeah, the
Yeah, right there.
thumbnail.
We were gonna put you in it if you had like one standing up, but I mean, the one you sent me, your fucking head would be his.
it wouldn't have been good, bro.
Right. Well, I searched all over my phone and I could not find any pictures of just a plain old picture of me just standing in place. Like I had a bunch of fishing pictures and stuff like that, but
Oh, fuck.
but yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if that would have made sense for this, but yeah. Oh well, it happens. But yeah, man, that's so you basically self-taught yourself like all this stuff.
Yeah, so I just took the editing. I edited music for a long time, so I just took the editing skills I had with the music and I moved them over to videos, and just been applying myself, man, and meeting different people and just networking with good people and making
Awesome.
the right decisions to move forward. You know, I don't jump on every decision I get, every offer I get. I don't jump on every offer I get. You know, I weed through.
Were you able to, you know, work on? Well, I guess, you know, first I was gonna ask, you know, two questions. You know, when you were, I guess, making music and stuff, did you just do the producing side of it, or did you actually make songs too?
Yeah, I made songs too.
So you were like rapping on them?
Yeah, I have music on
Crazy.
SoundCloud, SoundClick, all that. Yeah, I got all that, man.
Nice.
So you still
I
make
wanted to be a rapper before I got into all this podcast and stuff. So the music, I'm still getting back into the music, but I let this podcast and stuff for the last year take the forefront. So
yeah.
I'm like gonna integrate the music back into the podcast, basically, is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I think you got a lot of good stories to tell, and you can really tell them through rap. You know what I mean? In music.
Yeah.
Because you've been through a lot of shit. I mean, you were telling me stories about, what was the one? Like, I think it was you and your buddies just like chilling, and like this other crew or whatever came up on you, and then your buddy started stabbing the guy with a knife, and then the feathers started flying out of the fucking coat.
The bubble coat, yeah. Yeah, we were in
Dude.
the parking lot. We were walking through a parking lot, and a car pulled up, and 4 dudes just jump out. They run up, start fighting. Poof, 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 poof. Next thing you know, there's feathers everywhere. Poof. I'm like, what the hell? It's crazy. Like, what the fuck is that, man? My boy cut this guy with a knife and down his bubble coat, and the feathers in the bubble coat went flying everywhere. There's blood all over the knife and his hand, and it's stuck. Feathers are all stuck all over him. It's crazy,
dude. Yeah, and then you're like saying, you know, like how your first day you moved into like your new house and shit, and it got fucking raided and all that.
Yeah.
So I mean,
crazy,
you got
man.
stories, you know what I mean? So you definitely got shit to rap about, dude. And podcasts.
And like my cousin, man, one of my cousins, he was born. So it's hard to explain, man, but his mother ended up passing away while he was locked up. It's a terrible situation. It's like something you don't want to wish on other people, you know?
Yeah.
Where's Darren P? How you been? Yeah, Steve. That's my cousin, man, Darren. I haven't seen him in a while.
So basically, I totally agree with what Adrian says. And honestly, you know what's missing these days in just all types of music is really good storytelling. So I agree with Adrian that like if you could ever mix that up like with both skills, like your storytelling abilities and your musical abilities, that's always like a success recipe right there.
Yeah, like DJ St. Joe, man, he does different songs, like ones to the Jaw Dropper song to Horny Mike's. He has a motorcycle called the Jaw Dropper, and it's like this big crazy looking motorcycle. And DJ St. Joe made a song called the Jaw Dropper about this motorcycle. When you could do interesting creative things like that, it sets you outside from the rest of the pack, man. You know?
Yeah.
You're not like everybody else because you can do other things. Like, I think a lot of other people thought that I was a one-trick pony or something, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the fucking case with me, bro.
No.
That's good.
When did you find out that you were able to do all these different things? Was it when you got out of prison for the last time, or did you know this, this whole time because you were making music? But you weren't doing all
it's just
stuff.
like multitasking, man, doing different things. If when you do things and you flow with it nice, then you know that you can do it. Usually if you're sitting there and you're holding a knife like this and you're cutting potatoes and you're not doing it the right way, then you're not really going to progress with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you're really dedicated to it and you're able to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you try to master the crafts that you do end up picking up, then you're able to kind of have a somewhat of a firm grip on whatever thing you're trying to learn at that time, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I try to do.
Yeah, no, I agree, man, because now I'm doing 3 different things, the interviews, clothing brand, and the hot sauce. So, it's, they all take time and, it can get a little overwhelming sometimes, but, they flow together. They all represent the same thing for me, the brand, and it's something I enjoy doing. It's not like it's, oh man, I got to go fucking do this again. I actually love this shit, so to me, it ain't nothing. I'd spend time fucking with it. I don't care.
Dude,
I'll
I
do
love
this
working,
wisely,
bro.
man,
I don't
you can
know.
really make it happen. If you use your time wisely too, man, you can make them all happen.
Yeah.
I know, and it's just like I don't give a shit. Doing this on a weekend. To me, this is what I want to do. I don't, don't need to go out and get fucked up or something like that. I just fucking do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I agree.
man.
I agree. This is a hell of a way to spend a Friday night. I'm all for it, man. Hey, Bill, I have a question for you, man.
Yeah.
So when Adrian and I did that interview with Larry, Larry had a very interesting perspective about how he used his time when he was locked up as productively as possible. What was your experience with that?
Man, at first I didn't know how to do time when I was in prison, man, and I was just bouncing off the walls, man. And people would tell me start working out, do this and that, if I suggest to anyone that's going to prison, stay busy, get a job, go to school, like go to different programs, because I've been to prison different chunks in my life. And there's like one time I went there and I just didn't do anything. I just laid around, didn't do nothing. And I just stressed about going home the whole time. There's other times I just played on the phone the whole time, called a girl the whole time I was in prison. Or there's another time I just worked out. You know, there's like different things that you do just to keep your mind off of where you are. But normally I'd get a job, I'd read books, I'd work out outside, I'd do as many drugs as I could, because I really didn't care about staying clean or anything. I was in prison, and what are they going to do? Put me in more prison? It didn't matter to me. So I would do, you know, bad things, man, like giving contraband to people, or just being out of place at different times when you're not supposed to, bringing back food from the chow hall, different things. I would do different things because I didn't care, because I'm already in jail. They're not going to put me in jail again, you know?
Right. Now, what was your biggest motivation for getting clean and turning things around, if you will?
Man, it was doing the same thing over and over, and I hated the way I felt with my life, man. I just wanted to die. I didn't care about my life at all. I didn't care about anything, and I had no motivation to do anything. And the thing that it really was like, I came to a decision: am I gonna live life or am I gonna die, man? Because I was at that crossroads where it was like, I gotta make a decision. And I made the decision. And thank God, if you put the work in, the obsession to use alcohol and drugs will be lifted from you if you put the work in, and you really want to do it for yourself. You can't do it for anybody else.
Yeah, because oh, go ahead, Colby.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty accurate. And most people that I've stumbled across, and I've met people through my YouTube channel that I've done, and blogs that I've been on, and men's groups that I've been a part of, that they've struggled with that type of stuff, and they basically gave similar explanations to what you give, and you know what, like I think it's really a matter of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. It's just kind of one of those types of things, I feel like.
But your life doesn't stop, man. The problems don't go away when you get sober, man. You just have to learn how to deal with them without running to drugs and alcohol. I got people that pray that I go do that, man. I got people out there that pray for me to do that.
Really?
And more power to them, man. Really. I pray for them. I really do.
Yeah.
Because there's some miserable people out there, man.
Yeah, they got to be miserable.
They want to be miserable with their lives. That's fine, man. But they could be miserable over there by themselves without me in it. They don't need me in their life, man. They can be miserable by themselves. I don't need the shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a hard thing, to actually say when you get a problem, like you said, when you became sober, like not running back to alcohol and drugs, so what did you do to cope with that and do something else?
Well, I go to meetings, man. I got program that I work. I mean, it's not for everybody, and there's different ways you can do it. Faith-based stuff. You can go to different programs. I mean, it's about attraction, not promotion. That's why I don't be on here like telling people this and that, because it's not about promoting it, man. If somebody needs help, you'll know that person. And another thing is, nobody out there is an alcoholic until you say you're an alcoholic. You know what I mean? You can't go around pointing fingers like, he's an alcoholic, I gotta help him. Because it doesn't matter what other people, it matters what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you kind of had to come to that realization, after some shit happened to you, I'm assuming, and you just like, yeah, I got a fucking problem.
It was like I was knocking myself in the head with a bat, bro. Like Oof. It was in and out of prison year after year. I always had a court case. I could never leave the state. I could never get a real good job. I was going nowhere with my life, man. And if I didn't make a decision, I wouldn't be where I'm at now, man. I wouldn't be here. I'd be gone. I'd be done. I would have been gone a long time ago, man.
How many years did you do in prison?
Altogether, probably 5 altogether.
Damn. But you
On the
just went
installment plan. I had life on the installment plan.
Fuck.
It was never going to end until I stopped it, man.
So
and guess what? Ever since I've been sober, I have not been arrested.
Yeah.
And I don't plan on it, man. So I don't do dumb shit no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to Shinebox. Thank you so much for that $20, man. I really appreciate that. Anyone that donates to the channel, the money goes right back into it. So thank you, man. I really appreciate that. And he said, thank you, Staxx. Great example for overcoming challenges in life. I appreciate that, man.
Hell yeah, dude. That's fucking awesome, man. That's supportive.
Grambino says, I've been clean 26 years. And my professional life went from 0 to 100 once I put it down. See, it's true. It's true, man. Doors are opening for me that I never thought were possible, man. People are coming in my life that I never, ever thought would be around my life, man. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
people that are making like great movie makers, man. People that are making big screen movies. And I have conversations with them on the regular. You know what I mean? It's crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, imagine where it's going to be, you know, in a few years from now.
William, thank you for that, man. I appreciate it.
Give him a 4-finger salute, Colby.
There we go. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you, bro. Yeah, no, man. I really appreciate that overcoming of adversity, because I mean, you know, really that's a lot of what I talk about in the work that I do. And in fact, I've told Adrian that I'm working on a book here that I've been working on for a little while, which, you know, really talks about challenges that, you know, men face on a daily basis. Like one pretty uncomfortable topic that I discuss in my book is, you know, male depression, male suicide, all that stuff, you know, very big societal issues like that have a broad impact on society. And I always, you know, try to give, you know, good solutions and being proactive. And I think that, you know, people hear stories like yours and it gives them hope that like there is life beyond like what they have now.
I hope so, man. And if I didn't tell you, I guys, I don't think, man, because I got so much going on. But I'm interviewing Pat Stebbins tomorrow from Brian's Angels, and you guys are gonna get to hear her story. If you guys didn't know, I go and volunteer for Pat every now and again down there at Brian's Angels. She helps the homeless people in my community, and
yeah, I think you might have told me a little bit about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down there and interview her, so it's gonna be great.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Yeah, like she's really gonna tell me the story about she's been through crazy obstacles in life. She lost her son to suicide, and she's gonna talk to me about mental health and everything, man. How I met her, like, because she played an instrumental role at me getting this life that I have now, man. She played crazy part in it. She helped me through the roughest times in my life. I was homeless on the streets, man. I had nowhere to go. I honestly was at the end of the line, and she put her hand out to me, and it was crazy. It's just crazy. I have a crazy story.
There's people out there like that, man.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing.
It seems
I've seen
like
her today, and it's gonna be a great story, man. She really she put her whole life into helping people that are less fortunate. Her whole life, every single day except Monday, she helps people every day.
Wow.
She must have had something happen to her then too, I'm sure.
Her son committed suicide.
Oh right, yeah.
Because he was struggling with mental illness, and I mean, she's gonna come tell the story. I don't want to tell the story. She's gonna tell the story and tell me how she got into helping people and to doing what she does now. But she has if you guys want to go check it out, it's briansangels.org. Go check it out, and if you want to donate, and if not, share her page.
Yeah, I mean, mental health is a big fucking deal. I mean, especially over these last 2 years with COVID going on and everybody being isolated and shit. You know, I mean, it really impacted a lot of fucking people, man.
Dude, a lot of people overdose from drugs since this since the pandemic. A lot of people overdosed, a lot of people committed suicide, and I think a lot of people need to talk about mental illness, man, with the school shootings and everything. People with mental illness problems can get firearms with no problem, man.
Yeah.
And there's people that are stable in the mind, but they have a felony and they can't get a gun. And then there's people with unstable minds that have guns and it's legal. It's weird. It's crazy, man. It's mind blowing.
I know. It's a weird fucking world we live in, with all these regulations and weird shit. Oh shit, look at it.
Thank you so much for that, Shinebox. I really appreciate that, man. I applaud Staxx, Kobe, and William for sharing their experiences. These are true tough guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. It means a lot, man.
Awesome.
Nice person right there, man. Damn.
Yeah, man. It like for people to take their hard-earned money and donate it towards the channel, man. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm just a dude from Connecticut. Just like you feel like I'm a guy from Nebraska.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I'm not. I just want to help people, man. I'm not here to play some tough guy. I'm not here to be like I did this, I did that. I just want to help people and get other people's stories out there, and that's it, man.
Yeah, same here. That's what I'm doing with my channel, and Colby, I think that's what you're doing with yours too, man. I mean, everybody goes through struggles, so that's why people like us, doing the podcast, we really fucking help these people, help ourselves out, and help other people out that watch it. I mean, I think it really has an impact, because when I got into podcasting, like myself, I was watching different ones, and it was like I'd watch them at my job, where I would be able to escape reality by listening to some podcasts, what I mean? So then I was like, fuck it, eventually I wanted to start my own, but it's just, really listening to it and having a conversation or hearing someone else have these conversations, especially people you're interested in different topics. It's just like, it's an escape from whatever you're doing. And it might be some miserable shit, but it helps you get through that times. What I mean?
Man, it does. Cause like, if I didn't have this outlet to express myself and get all this out, man. Yeah. I mean, I deal with my life is good. Like, I don't need to come on here and this is my therapy type shit. This is my job type thing, man. This is not like, I'm not up here to play games. I'm not here to like, I'm here to really show people what your life can be and what your life was and what my life was. I just want to share my experience of what my life was and where I'm going. And you guys can see it, man. You just watch my channel and you'll see the progression. Like from the first video I ever did, I'm like, holy shit, man.
Yeah,
that was me. One. It was crazy, man. I'm like, what?
The first one was it talking about your dad?
Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah. When I was doing my research on you, when I was doing, because we were going to do the podcast, you're going to be on my channel, I went and I watched that and you can really see the progression from, then and there, but you could tell back then you had a lot of emotion that you wanted to get off your chest and want to talk about shit, and people gravitated towards it, because it was a true, real story.
Yeah. And then I got involved with the wrong people, and then the rest is history, man. But hey, every now and again, you got to clean up your shit, right? And that's it. Like, it's not a big deal, Yeah. You win some, you lose some, and then you win some more.
I think that it is always good when you can use social media for something productive, because you know what? I think that we can all admit there's a lot of garbage out there, and it's good that it's really good when you can put out really relevant stuff that helps people move forward. Because I mean, there's a lot of nonsense out there. So if you can use your social media outlets for the greater good, then that's really in a way doing God's work.
Yeah, man.
It really is, because there's so much bullshit out there, so much negative shit, so I mean, I like to hear, good positive shit. That's all I want to hear, even if, like say, for example, Larry, Bobby, and I've had other people that were on my show. I'm not Bobby. He's not a murderer. I maybe, but I mean, it's just like they tell their stories and, they might have did some bad shit back in the past, but they're trying to do something good now, so it's like,
yeah, they're not up there like, I'm a gangster, man. I'm this and that, killed this guy and that. They're not they're not up there acting like Sammy the Bull, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sammy the Bull. No disrespect, but he's a gangster, man. He's trying to be a gangster still. You know what I'm saying? and it is what it is. Like, am
Bobby's
I
a
lying?
gentleman,
Am
man.
I lying? Like, he's trying to be a gangster, man. He thinks he's still got that gangster card. Am I wrong?
I haven't watched much of his work.
No, man. He still thinks he's a gangster, man. He still thinks he got tables at New York. Shit. It's over, man. Right when you talk to the government, the gangster card is gone. You're not a gangster no more. You're a podcaster now, bro. You're in the same league as me. You're a fucking civilian, bro.
Yeah, and I mean that's just what happens, though. I mean, that's what happened in their situations. I guess everybody flipped on each other. So I mean, there was no.
There was treachery in those days.
Right.
You hear all those guys.
Bro, there's treachery in these days. Like,
yeah. And you know what? I will tell you though, like while we're on this topic, I definitely want to give a shout out to Bobby Luisi. I have to say it was really cool. Bobby actually promoted our interview that I did with him on my podcast, on his podcast to basically help me out. Like Bobby is a true gentleman, hell of a nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
they're
really
so
like
funny,
Bobby.
man. They're so funny, man. They're hilarious. Bobby and Paul.
I want to hang out with
them together, man.
Hey, they're gonna be together.
Rolling around on the ground, bro, laughing so hard. Like,
on April 8th, man. Everybody tune in, you know, because we're gonna have that shit going, man. They both of them are gonna be there, and so is Larry. So all six of us.
April 8th.
I think we're gonna have a lot of laughs. Actually,
Yeah.
I think that I actually think that that's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun, and I'm actually preparing myself for some entertainment too. So that's gonna be funny.
I know
it's gonna be a good collective group of guys, man.
Yeah. Oh, there's my buddy Nolan representing Adrian Martinez. That's the motherfucking man. There's that homie. Good to hear you. So much positive dialogue. Much love. What up, Nolan? Thanks for tuning in, man.
Nice.
Yo, there's nothing better than doing positive things. You know what I mean? Take advantage of all the positive things that come across your path, and that's it, man. That's what I try to do.
Yeah, same with me, man. And it's nice when you have people that you fuck with on a real level, you know, tune into, you know, shit like this, you know. I haven't even have kicked it with, you know, him for like a year, you know, because you don't live here in our town no more. But I mean, it's cool that, you know, he still stays in contact and tunes in and shit, you know, because then you made a true bond with that person and they really, you know, fuck with you on another level.
I'm trying to live a different life, man. You know, paying taxes and shit, getting all the receipts together is crazy, man. Yo, honestly, tell you the truth, man. I think there was one time I paid taxes with a real job.
Really?
One time.
In your whole fucking life? How old are you?
Listen, last year is the first time I got a bank account, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
Last year, my first bank account, and I've been building my credit. Everything's going great. I'm doing all this. And it feels great to be a normal person and do this normal stuff. And it's stuff that you're supposed to do normally. Like people are supposed to do this type of thing, but it's all new to me, man. I didn't know that you're supposed to do all this stuff before. I just didn't care. I didn't care about none of it. You know,
well, obviously you got a grip on things, man. You're making this shit happen, you know. So good, you know. It's better you do than you don't, you know. I mean, you know. So, you know, you're doing good, man. Good job. I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are, you know. What I mean, as long as you're doing it now.
I'm 42, man.
Yeah.
Already. First bank account.
Colby's right up there with you. No, I'm joking.
How old were you when you got your first bank account, man?
Me or him?
Yeah, either one of you guys.
Well, oh man,
a 12 or something. It's crazy shit, right?
Hard, bro. You're making me think hard. You know what? Honestly, man, I have to get back to you on that. I don't know.
Mine was fucking 16 years old when I first got my first job.
Yes,
man, ranking in the dough over there. My man Adrian.
I try to set up a retirement.
Cash business, man. My whole life, cash business, man. Cash business. Taxes and all that, no W-2s. No, you're not sending me no invoice, man. All that shit. No.
No, I tried to set up a retirement account when I was like 16, 17 years old, but they're like, now you got to be 18. And then I was like, all right, so when I just saved money until I was 18, and then like,
So
now you got to be 19 now.
That's when I paid taxes. I had a job doing framing houses. I
Mhm.
was framing houses. I was 21 years old. I just got out of prison, and I was framing houses for Robert Claw. He's in a wheelchair now. He got into an accident, a big truck accident, and he's paralyzed from the neck down. Terrible accident, man. He taught me how to read a tape measure. He taught me how to build a house from the ground up. And shout out to him for doing that, because I got that skill too. I know how to frame houses and do siding and stuff like that. So after all that, like, that's the only time I ever paid taxes was with that job. And then when he got hurt and got paralyzed, I lost the job. And I was like, from there, it was off to cash jobs.
Yeah. Oh, it's 12 years old.
Pallet stacker, $5.
Damn.
Operate a pallet stacker.
Wow, pallet stacker for $5.
Remember back in the day, man, what was minimum wage? I think it was $5 when I was a kid. I think it was around $5.
What was it for you, Colby?
When I was a kid, oh man, I bet you it was probably around $7.
That's what mine was here in Nebraska. A few years ago.
If I was to guess, yeah, man, that was
And they're raising it too now. It's going up again, right?
Probably almost $10 here, I'm sure.
Is that a bad thing or is it a good thing, man?
I don't know. I mean, you see everything else going up in fucking price, so it's whatever.
I think that the tough thing is that the government's in debt and inflation's up, gas prices are up, and I think it's having like an overall cost on just about everybody. And so it's like,
Bro, this that war in Ukraine we're paying for all of it right now with all the gas prices.
That is going to skyrocket gas prices because ever since they
put $7 in Connecticut, $7.
$7 down. Yeah, I was gonna say, and you know what? Like I always used to think that like back in when was it like the Bush days when the whole Iraq war thing happened and gas
they hit the reserve, didn't they?
Yeah, and it's just kind of interesting because we still really haven't figured out like how we can get away from like foreign fuels and foreign energy and stuff like that. And if we had some sort of energy policy here where we use our own energy, be it oil or alternative energy, that'd be far more beneficial to us than to collect it from overseas. Whereas every time there's some sort of crisis like there is now, energy prices skyrocket. It's not
food, energy. It's because of the pandemic, the war. Everything is like collectively getting worse.
Yeah.
And it's going to be coming to a point where it's like, and there's kinks in the system, man. It's going to start breaking, bro.
Yeah, and then we're going to be fucked. I mean, it's just crazy. Everything's going up. I mean, you said it's already $7 there. It's $4 here. So, I mean, I don't really see that war ending right now. So, I mean, it's probably just going to keep going up.
Yeah, this morning when I woke up on the news, they said $7.
Wow.
$7. 7 something.
What is it usually? What was it before all this?
Before all this, it was like 2 something, man.
Yeah. It was.
Bro, it was like $2 and something cents. What a fucking month ago?
Here it was like 3, I think. 3 something, maybe just a little over 2. So I mean, this shit's really fucking things up, man, for everybody. But I don't fucking know. It's just a shitty situation, really.
Well, and interestingly enough, earlier we were talking about how there's been a escalation of a mental health crisis since the pandemic started, and I don't even know if we felt the full impacts of that yet. Like that's going to be long down the road that like we'll feel those impacts as a society, and to me that's going to lead to homelessness. That's going to lead to more drug abuse, and ultimately that's also going to have a cost to.
Yeah, it's going to make price go. I mean, crime and all that shit go up. Crime rate.
Yep.
Because things cost more money, people can't get jobs, so they're like, man, I'm just going to steal it. and then it just keeps getting worse, man.
Yeah, and then they've talked about how people haven't paid student loans in a while because there's been a pause on that. But what's going to happen is that
because of this pandemic?
Well, yeah, because like what's happened is that during the pandemic, the government has allowed people to temporarily stop paying their student loans. But the thing is, like the day where they make people pay back their student loans again, there's a ton of people that still don't have jobs and stuff. So you just wonder how that's going to go too. Like that's going to be just
like what about the people who were get on the eviction list and then they lost their job, they couldn't pay their rent, and then they enforce okay, you can evict them now. They still don't have a job. What are they supposed to do? They kick them out in the street. Where do they go now? Now they're homeless. Now they commit crimes to maintain their life, and it's a bad thing, man. Yeah, and then it's just a cycle, man.
It's a bad situation. It really is
for a lot of people, man. There's probably people. I guarantee you that there's people in this country who were living really comfortable. And when the pandemic happened, they're homeless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Especially like people whose jobs were seen as non-essential. I mean, you have like small towns here in Nebraska during the pandemic, which were considered non-essential businesses. They got absolutely destroyed, and these weren't rich people to begin with. I mean, these were kind of middle class people who just had family businesses that were handed down from their parents and stuff like that were just absolutely shot because of what happened. So it sucks, man. It really does. It's not good.
Yeah, I remember they kept Subway open. It was an essential fucking. Dude, I was working there. They kept Subway open. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I like everybody's getting all this COVID pay, and I'm over here making $200 a fucking.
You're like the only one, right? That's not getting it.
Yeah, dude. Like everybody else is getting $600 a week, and I'm over here getting $200. And fucking.
I just told you. I never paid taxes before, right? So when the pandemic relief fund came around, do you think I got any money, bro?
No, right?
Not a fucking dime, bro. They didn't give me not even one dime out of that money. Damn. And I don't give a shit because I don't want their free money, man. I don't care about that. Like, there's people that sit around just wait for that type of shit to come through. Like, oh, I got my money's coming, and they like bank on it. Like they owe me that. Like you don't deserve that shit.
No kidding.
It's crazy, man. People out there thinking is just crazy.
Yeah. Did you have any other videos you're gonna show us?
I think I had another one.
So you said that the video with that lady's tomorrow, dude?
Oh, it's Sunday. The one.
Oh, Sunday. Okay. I thought for some reason you said tomorrow. Maybe I misheard you.
Yeah, you'll be able to find his shit on
Angelina Bianca is gonna be Sunday at 6:00.
Sweet.
So 5 p.m. our time,
show,
not 7. Dude, I got the timing fucked up earlier. I was telling Colby, we're gonna do it 10 p.m. our time because I was thinking we were gonna do it 9 p.m. your time. So I was like, okay, we're an hour ahead of him, but it's fucking opposite, dude. So I was like, oh shit, dude, it's actually at 8:00 that we're gonna be doing this. And he was, I don't know where the fuck you were at, but you're with a bunch of people and you're like, shit.
This is it right here, man.
I had to change plans real quick.
Oh, there.
Yeah, okay. You guys want to check this show out? The link, I'll put the link in the description of this video.
Right.
Yeah,
and
please do.
She's in the Kevin Gates videos. She's in Chance the Rapper's videos. She's in Duck, the guy Duck who just got killed in Chicago. She's in his videos. She's done a lot of great things too, man, in the community. She's not like one of the people who got sober and are doing great things and then forgot about where they came from. She went back and she's helping people, man. It's very commendable what she does.
Yeah. That's going to be a really good one.
Great interview, man. You don't want to miss that one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be cool.
Yeah. So, y'all, thank you guys for joining me tonight, man. I really appreciate it. I got to get something to eat, bro.
Yeah, dude. I was glad you got to meet Colby. That's what I was kind of going for, after just so you guys can get,
so then we can be
associated.
acquainted before
Yeah.
That's
we do
right.
the show on the 8th, man. And
Then
shout out to
now we-
Larry Mazza. Shout out to Bobby Luisi and Paulie, man. I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Thank you again for having us, man. I
Yeah, no
appreciate
problem.
Bill, man, thank you for inviting me on, man. It was good to finally get acquainted, and I'm definitely looking forward to April 8th too, man. That's going to be a blast. I cannot wait
Yeah.
for that one, bro.
Definitely, man. Thank you for joining me, Kobe, man.
Yeah, buddy. My pleasure.
And go check out this dude's podcast. He's got a great show, Invest in Yourself podcast, and he's got a clothing line. Go check that out too. And hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you could get my videos every time they drop. Thank you for joining me, man. Peace, everybody.